I go through a lot of phases, so right now I'm going through a big R&B hip-hop phase.
It's artfully distressed.
I want them to feel like good about themselves, like cool. Not necessarily pretty, but just like confident. Asian representation in popular media, how like Asians are very underrepresented outside the way. So yeah, I feel like a lot of Asian Australians feel like that.
Wouldn't wake up this morning, believe.
Hi, I'm Elle. Do I say anything else? I'm 18. I'm Indonesian Chinese, just like Tara.
Yeah.
Chinese from the south, so Guangdong province, and my dad's side we're actually Hakka. The dialect we speak actually isn't Mandarin, but it's like a Hakka. I don't know. I can't speak it. And then Indonesian, which I can speak sedikit aja, but like not really well. Kamu bisa ngerti bahasa Indonesia? I have an older sister called Jessica and 23. She's moved back in recently this year, and she's working at a big corporation that sells computers, aka Dell. Dell. And my brother is 25. His name is Sydney with an I, and he just graduated from uni this year as law, and now he's in the trial period for a law firm.
Ooh,
so they're much older than me, and I'm very close to my sister. Not so much with my brother, but very close with my sister. I'm doing law and media arts and production at UTS, and I'm also doing a diploma in Japanese. Yeah, it's okay. Law's okay. It's not really what I expected. But like, I really like media arts, and Japanese is lots of fun, so I really like that. I really like film. I really like music, art, fashion, just really like boring general things like that. I like names.
Names?
I like thinking of words which are names. I'm just weird, okay? This isn't like how I expected it to turn out. Anyway, I have a lot of weird thoughts. Tara knows this already. What do I like doing? I like shopping. I like making videos. I like taking photos. I like making films. I like snapping. I like napping a lot. I like walking.
Walking from the station to your house?
No, just walking in general, not just that walk in particular. I like a lot of things, yeah. Going to the galleries, stuff like that, you know, listening to music, going to concerts. I go through a lot of phases, so right now I'm going through a big R&B hip-hop phase.
For example?
You might be going to see them on the internet.
I got tickets last night.
I saw them in February when they came here.
Yeah.
And so I rap, I listen to Vince Staples, Kendrick, I listen to like smaller guys like Loyal Kana, Jesse James, like English rap but not grime. Not grime. If you listen to some grime, person who's watching this. Yeah, I don't really listen to artists but more songs. My favourite song right now recently is Blake Baked by King Cruel.
What's your favourite colour?
Buttercup yellow.
What's your favourite colour to wear?
Blue. Like a dark blue usually. But I wear a lot of like kind of not fun colours like grey, white and blue.
What's your favourite item in your closet right now?
This.
Jacket?
Yeah.
It's artfully distressed.
It's been my favourite for ages, but it's making a revival right now. It's coming back into my life, into my closet nowadays.
That was so irrelevant. I wasn't even gonna go like all the way to you.
I was just trying to be considerate. Why do you always have to break on me? Did you get my job?
What are your goals?
In life?
Yeah.
I'd like to do cinematography for music videos.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out. Or I'd like to try like being a stylist for music videos or movies. I've always been interested in how things look, like aesthetically. But maybe like in the past 2 years I've gotten into photography, which has eventually led to film, and I've kind of left photos behind for moving images. And I find cinematography really fun. Like one of my favourite directors is Wong Kar-wai. People out there probably will know him, he's quite famous. He's done Chungking Express and stuff like that, which are his famous films, but he does really nice cinematography, lots of colours, lots of like very dreamy. So I'd like to do that, hopefully. And stylist, well, I like clothes and I like making people pretty. So I want them to feel like good about themselves, like cool. Not necessarily pretty, but just like confident. Like a baby doll dress, is that what you say? My favorite favorite films?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like Wong Kar-wai films, so that's Chungking Express, In the Mood for Love, 2046. And then I also like Whiplash. I like, gosh, I have a lot of movies I've watched.
Yeah.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs by Quentin Tarantino.
Quick break. Mid-session break. Wow, so scandalous.
It's really like unsexy. Everyone who like followed me from your channel is gonna unfollow me. Like, what a freak. Unfollow. Don't give me hate messages, please. I'm very sensitive. I can't handle mean comments. So
Everyone loves you, don't worry.
Please don't leave me a mean comment. Ah.
She changed her pants like 3 times.
I know, it's stress. No, you can't even see them. It's just for my own personal comfort.
Yeah. They're really cute though. Look at the print.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's sign language, but
I think it is.
someone out there who knows sign language, please tell me what my pants say. Comment down below what my pants say. It's a challenge. This video is a challenge. I love traveling.
Where have you traveled to?
I've been to quite a lot of places. Luckily, I'm fortunate that my parents travel a lot. But my favorite places are London, Istanbul. I really liked Vienna, Salzburg. I really love Hong Kong. I like Seoul. Where do I live? I like Jakarta, going just back for my relatives, but like as a city, there's not really much to do there. I really like Munich. I haven't been to South America yet, but I really want to go there. And for China, I want to go to way more places in China. But I really like Zhuhai, which is quite a small city, but it's very nice. Look how funny this is. Try and check this out.
What is that? Is that like a shell
It's a shell
dinosaur?
with a dinosaur.
That's so random.
It's from Zhuhai. This is from New Zealand.
Oh my god.
But Hong Kong, I really love Hong Kong.
And you just went there?
Yeah, I just went there like a month ago. It's great. I bought heaps of stuff there, and
For example?
For example,
yeah.
I'm not wearing anything right now.
Oh, just like off the top of your head, what's like your favorite thing you bought?
Loading. I bought this like cool like skirt that I haven't worn yet, but it's coming out soon.
Where else besides South America do you want to travel to?
Africa?
Like draws you to a place?
That's a really good question. I would say the culture. Probably the culture. And just like the whole like, I want to go places which don't feel really like, it's like the same as Sydney in the fact like it's quite familiar in that Western sort of way. Oh, but I really like San Francisco. Oops, I forgot to say that before. I like San Francisco. But I went there when I was quite young, so not really sure. I really like that thing I think it's called clam chowder, and you can get it in a bread bowl.
Oh my god,
Holy
the
shit,
best.
that's so good.
My mom is
Legit.
obsessed.
Yeah, it's so good.
My mom makes seafood chowder. Like I'll look at her to make it one time, and you can have some. Yeah, I will. Next time she makes
I've never had it once in my life. I didn't even know what chowder was before that. It must be an American thing.
I think it is.
Just like casserole? Like what is that? I've never had that in my life.
What's your favorite food?
Many. My favorite dessert is cheesecake. But not the baked ones, the cold ones. My favorite cheesecake is blueberry cheesecake. I don't like really sweet things though, in general. So I don't like desserts are my big thing. I like curries. I like spicy food. I like kebabs. I like noodles, wonton, dim sum. I like a lot of things. I'm not very picky, so I like to eat most things. I like ragu. I'm really interested in like Asian representation in popular media like TV and movies, music, and how like Asians are very underrepresented, and also how people don't think about how Asians are underrepresented. So like as a kid when I was watching like growing up, and I remember like I saw the Goonies, which is like way before I was even alive. That was like an 80s film. But I saw it and there's like this one Asian kid. I'm like, oh my god, there's an Asian kid. Or like when I watched Indiana Jones, there's Shorty, and I was like, oh my god, there's an Asian. Basically it's just kind of sad because it felt like I had to get so excited every time I saw an Asian, because there's basically no Asians. And even though in real life there are Asians in like the population, but people never like think to be like, oh my god, there's no Asians in this movie. Or like, because I noticed it, I'm like, where are the Asians in the movie, especially when it's at like the modern age, like bruh, there's gonna be some Asians around. There's not even Asian extras. Like, are you kidding me? Or if they do, they're really typecast, and it's like the mom who's like a tiger mom and has like a super thick accent. Not to say that there aren't people like that, but like, You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
get
all
what you're
like that.
saying.
It's like a total generalization.
Yeah.
Like, also, did you hear about Kate Blanchett Kate
Yes.
Blanchett recently got casted as, I don't know, I don't actually know what movie it was for.
Can't remember either, but I
she
know.
got casted as an old Asian man. Like, what the? First of all, there's not that many roles specifically given for Asians. So why would you give it to someone who isn't Asian in the first place? First of all, that's yellowface. And second of all, like, the reason that no Asian actors will ever become big is because no roles are going to be given for them or written to them. And then people get angry and then people are like, why are you so angry? Like, for some films, like, why Asians wouldn't get cast because it's not, like, historically correct or whatever. But, like, think about it. There's already a scarcity of roles for Asians. So if they can't even get roles like that, where are they going to get roles? Because no one's writing it for them. And, like...
Yeah, and there's literally, like...
much anger.
There's literally, like, 2 famous Asian actors.
Yeah,
like, Jackie
Lucy
Chan
Liu.
and Lucy Liu.
Yeah, where's everyone else?
Yeah.
Like, it's so, like... And no one even... like, think about all the, like... Asian actors, like Asian American or like Asian Australian actors who want to get big, but like literally there's no roles given to them, or even if they went for a casting process, like they'd be prejudiced because probably the casting director would be like, oh, I wasn't looking for an Asian for this role, but you could probably get some white guy, huh? No. Sorry, I need to calm down.
No, that's good.
It's good. I don't know. So definitely Asian representation in media and like just Asian visibility, and I'm also interested in like how Asians are treated just generally, not as like, because it's often this model minority myth where it's like, oh, but Asians don't really get discriminated against, not really in a way that it's comparable to like definitely the way African Americans are treated in America, but I can't speak anything about that because first of all, I'm not African American, second of all, I don't even live in America, so I'm not informed. We live in Australia and I'm Asian, so this is my like own personal context as an Asian girl living in Australia and growing up born in Australia. And it's just the way it's like, it's kind of like an underlying sort of like, what do they call it, like it's discrimination which is kind of like underlying and people don't really realize it. It's very casual racism, which I find is very prevalent in Australia, but a lot of the times people will be like, oh, just laugh it off, but like really like laughing it off is kind of just like assenting to that sort of like consenting to that sort of treatment. So
have you ever been targeted for being Asian, like specifically?
Well, yeah, definitely when I've been like walking in the car, like someone's yelled out like, oh, go back to China, or like someone has been like $1, or like someone's called me a chink, which is all like, it's all like really hurtful. Like usually I just yell back, I go, fuck off, because I'm not like having any of that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's definitely like, that's just some things, it doesn't really affect me so much just because it's like, it's so in my face. Like I'm just like, oh, those people are just rude people and they're probably not very nice people in general. But more like when I was a kid and I remember walking into like a group full of kids and I was the only Asian girl there, and then they'd be like, and then I heard them whisper like, oh, who's that Chinese girl over there, like, ooh, and that's like something that actually hurt me because like they didn't even want to know my name, but I was already like talked about, like, and not in a nice way, just kind of like in an outsider way. So yeah, I feel like a lot of Asian Australians feel like that, like you feel like you should be like that because you're born here, but a lot of the times it's like unknowingly you're discriminated against because you're not white, so you feel like you're not really fitting in even though you should fit in. But yeah, I feel like that's a
relatable. Yeah. Thanks for being in my video.
Thanks for having me. I'm 14 Strike on Instagram, which is 14 and then STRK, and I'm also I don't know, I'm typing it, I can't see it, so it's going to be backwards. I'm L/14 Strike on YouTube. And that's pretty much it.
Yay!
The links will be down below, probably. So
they will be.
Check it out. Boom, boom, boom. Please follow me.
Yay!
Love me.
Just going to zoom in really close. Okay, bye.
Bye.
You were good. You did well.
I feel like all my energy dissipated. You're not filming this, are you?